Hebrews 12:28 emphasizes the ability of God's kingdom to endure all vicissitudes. Wherefore, we, receiving the kingdom which cannot be moved, let us have grace whereby we may serve God acceptably with reverence and godly fear. The kingdom of God on earth is a church. At the same time that Jesus said he would build his church, he also told Peter he would give him the keys of the kingdom of heaven. One who is in the kingdom of heaven is in the church. One cannot be in the kingdom without being in the church. Neither can one be in the church without being in the kingdom. It is good for man to meditate upon the permanent structure of God's kingdom. Daniel called it an everlasting kingdom and said it would never be destroyed. In the interesting and instructive prophecy recorded in the 2nd chapter of Daniel, the kingdom is described as a little stone cut out of the mountain without hands. It smote the great image of Nebuchadnezzar's dream and destroyed it. This image represented the 4 universal empires established by men. In size and appearance, the little stone was not comparable with the great image. It is significant that it is said twice that this little stone was cut out without hands. While the hand of God works wonders, his activities are not visible to human eyes. Concerning the Lord, Paul says, "Neither is worshipped with men's hands as though he needed anything." This is in Acts 17:25. The hands of men have never helped God except as he directed them. The hands of men frequently hinder God by frustrating his purpose. Some men have thought that they were doing God's will when they were fighting against him. See Acts 5:38 and 39. Human hands plucked the forbidden fruit and brought sin and sorrow to the earth. When you see the red in a rosebud, you may ruin the rose by trying to help God. With your hands, you can open the rose quicker than God does, but your interference blasts the rose and causes it to come to naught. The glamorous and pretentious empires of Nebuchadnezzar's vision were devised by the wisdom of men and destined only for a brief existence. The kingdoms that were represented by the image of Nebuchadnezzar's dream were not different from all the governments founded by men. Through the passing of the years, men have founded great nations, but none of them are impregnable. 2 Timothy 2:19 says, "Nevertheless, the foundation of God standeth sure, having this seal, the Lord knoweth them that are his." God knows his own church and people. His church is built on an impregnable foundation. His kingdom cannot be moved. It is everlasting. While empires perish and the kingdoms of earth fall, the kingdom of God lives on. The Lord has said it will never be destroyed. The kingdoms of the earth are conceived in the minds of men and are established by human wisdom. The kingdom of God was planned in heaven and extended to the earth. Nations may be molded together by the most dexterous policies that human wisdom can contrive, but the greatest achievements of worldly wisdom at last come to naught. Follow the path of powerful men through all the ages, and you will find it covered with the wreck of their hopes. While the vicissitudes of time blot out the kingdoms of earth, the kingdom of God lives on in heavenly splendor. And we have faith that it will survive all future disasters.